Start off with a plan of what you would like to model. Obviously you will need measurements that you can scale off. I have created some real size measurements for the elevations of the house I would like to model, and this will form the starting point of my drawing. These are the windows and door measurements as well. Select a suitable scale to draw out your house elevations for your model. In this case, 1:50. I'm working on A2 paper and I can fit all my elevations on this paper using a 1:50 scale. I am now putting horizontal and vertical construction lines onto my paper using a 9H pencil. These construction lines are the same for multiple elevations. For instance, the side elevation will share the same vertical lines as a plan, and front, side and rear elevations will share the same horizontal lines. For the model, we only need the outline of each elevation and any openings that would appear on such elevations. This will include doors and windows. I have left out chimney stacks and bay windows on this model, as these could be added later if found to be required. Once all my construction lines are in place, I start to go over the lines using a sharp H pencil. By not using ink at this stage, it will allow me to make alterations to my drawings and develop my model with new openings, walls and roof lines. Apart from the roof pitches, all horizontal lines are drawn from the T-square and all vertical lines are drawn from the set square sat on the T-square. Accuracy at the drawing stage should hopefully produce an accurate model. Small corrections can be altered at this stage. The plan elevation will show both roof lines and what will become the base of the model. I am using a pencil and compass to take a measurement from the rear elevation and transfer it onto my plan elevation. The completed drawing will show all elevations needed in the model. I now want to transfer these elevations onto tracing paper. You could perhaps use greaseproof paper as an alternative. Place the paper over the drawing . Because my tracing paper is smaller than my drawing paper, I'm using some low stick masking tape just to position the paper over the drawing in the correct place. Once I have positioned my tracing paper onto my drawing, I'm going to transfer the drawing using a 0.25mm high precision fine liner ink pen. This is important as I want to maintain the precision of the drawing on. Again, use the T-square and set square to transfer the lines. The ink is light fast, so it's unlikely to smudge. Some set squares have a small rebate along one edge. This is the edge we use generally when using ink. Ink drawings on tracing paper can be blueprinted or photocopied and used throughout the design process. Once completed, carefully remove the masking tape. It is worth keeping the strips of masking tape to be used again. You can store them on your drawing board. The tracings can be used from both sides, so it might be wise to write on the face it should be viewed from. You will need a tracing of every elevation from your original drawing. You will need a cutting mat or some lino to protect the surface you are working on. You need to use a safety rule, not a plastic or wood or thin steel rule. A retractable blade cutting knife. This one uses 9mm wide blades that can be refreshed by breaking off the blade when dull. A compass, we use that for the point. A set square and a H or HB pencil sharp. The cardboard stock I have used is from food packaging. It is the right thickness, easy to cut, multiple shades of creams, greys and browns that can be used to highlight details or planes, etc. Use the safety rule and knife to prepare a straight edge on your card. Orientate the tracing of the elevation you would like to reproduce onto your card. Line up the bottom edge of the elevation with the straight edge on the card. Weight the tracing down onto the card with a dead weight. Now transfer the lines onto the card using the compass point. Pierce through the tracing paper onto the card. With the tracing paper now removed, place the point of your knife blade into the compass indent. Position the safety rule against the blade and the remaining compass indents. Cut through the card with 1, 2 or 3 passes. If not cutting into an internal corner, make strokes longer to create a neater external corner. When marking openings, place a compass dot in each corner. When cutting out elevations with openings, cut out the opening first before cutting the rest of the perimeter. Line up your straight edge with the compass indents. Place your knife blade into the top indent and cut between the 2 indents. Make sure you've cut all the openings before you cut the perimeter of the elevation. Prepare a suitable sized piece of card with a clean straight edge and a 90-degree corner. You can then use your card elevation as a template for making a mirror image of the elevation. Place the elevation against a piece of card so that the clean side of the card is facing each other. Position and mark out perimeter and openings with the compass. Placing your straight edge between the compass indents, cut through the openings. Cut all the openings before proceeding to cut out the perimeter. Remove the elevation and pop out the openings. You should now have 2 card elevations that are a mirror image of each other. When placed on top of each other with the clean face outer, you should see no evidence of the coloured printed face that's on the inside.